This is Leo. He dreams big and loves to chase the clouds. And this is Milo. He is calm and loves to write down ideas. One morning, Leo tells Milo about a secret island. Milo feels unsure, but also a little curious. Together, they look at their map and make a plan. They pack snacks, a notebook, and a little compass and began their journey. Morning arrives with golden sunlight. Leo and Milo feel full of hope as they continue their journey. They cross a shiny river. On an old wooden bridge, Leo plays on the edge, full of energy and fun. They reach a tall, hanging bridge. Step by step. Suddenly, a big boulder blocks the path. But together, they push with all their strength. Finally, the boulder moves. Their hard work opens the way forward, and they feel proud. As the sun begins to set, they rest beside a warm campfire. Sparks rise into the night sky as they celebrate their small victory. They share stories and laugh, enjoying the glow of the fire and the friendship they've built. Morning comes fresh and bright. With new energy, Leo and Milo continue their adventure. They step into a magical forest where tiny lights dance around them like fireflies. In the heart of the forest, they discover a glowing lake. Playfully, Milo splashes water, and they both laugh, feeling the joy of the moment. Suddenly, dark clouds gather, and heavy rain begins to pour. Leo and Milo quickly run for shelter, finding a cozy cave to stay safe and dry. Excited, they step out into the fresh, clean morning air, ready to continue their journey. Climbing higher into the hills, they help each other up steep paths, never giving up. The wind grows stronger as they reach the mountaintop. Finally, they spot a glowing light in the distance. It's the hidden island. Their faces light up with joy as they hurry towards it. Crossing the final ridge, they find a breathtaking view of the island surrounded by shining waters. They smile at each other and hug each other, realizing this moment is more beautiful than they ever imagined. But then, they pause and understand something deeper. The island was never the true treasure. It was the adventure, the laughter, the challenges, and the bond they built together. With happy hearts, they sit side by side, watching the sunrise over their great discovery. Their journey may end here, but their friendship will last forever.
Leo and Milo were best friends. One sunny afternoon, they sat together, dreaming about new adventures. With crayons and a lot of laughter, they drew colourful maps, imagining magical places far, far away. They packed their bags, excited to explore. Just then, something strange happened. Their old adventure book began to glow. It shined so brightly that the whole room lit up. A swirling portal opened right in front of them. Leo and Milo looked at each other with wide eyes. Without a second thought, they grabbed their bags and jumped into the glowing light. They landed in a breathtaking place. It was a village made entirely of candy. The houses were built from chocolate bars and candy canes, and the air smelled sweet like vanilla. The streets were full of colourful candies sparkling under the warm sun. Gingerbread houses, jelly bean roofs, and rivers of melted chocolate flowed everywhere. Friendly candy villagers came to greet them. They smiled warmly and offered sweet treats to Leo and Milo. The two friends couldn't resist. They tasted gummy trees, caramel flowers, and tiny cupcakes that melted on their tongues. As they explored, the magical map from their book floated into the air. It pointed towards something very special, hidden deep inside the village. Excited, Leo and Milo followed the glowing path. They walked through lollipop gardens and across fields of candy corn. At the edge of the village, they found it. A shining crystal, glowing with all the colours of the rainbow, stood tall in the middle of a sparkling garden. Leo and Milo stared in amazement. This was the treasure their book had told them about, the heart of the Candy Village. The villagers cheered and celebrated with them. There was music, laughter, and a big feast filled with the most magical candies they had ever seen. Before leaving, Leo and Milo hugged their new friends and thanked them for their kindness. With big smiles and happy hearts, they stepped back through the portal, carrying the glowing crystal close to their chests. Back home, under the same sunny sky, they knew one thing for sure. This was just the beginning of many more magical adventures together.
Let me tell you a story of two friends, Leo and Milo. On a day that felt just like any other, they found themselves in a quiet little town. But this wasn't just any town. No, this town held a secret. The streets were empty, the shops were all shut tight. Leo and Milo looked around, puzzled. Where was everybody? Then, their eyes caught something. There, standing tall at the heart of the town, was an old tower. They felt a strange pull, as if the tower was calling them closer. Now, standing right at the base, they looked up. The tower stretched above them, its old stones covered in moss. It felt like it had been watching over the town for centuries. The higher they went, the more they could feel the tower alive with tiny sounds. Finally, they reached the top room. There, they found something unexpected. Not ghosts, not monsters, but gears. Rusted, old, but still turning. The great clockwork machinery of the tower quietly ticking away, keeping time even when no one was watching. They looked at each other and laughed with the joy of realization. From the window, they could see the whole town spread out below them. Even in its quiet, it looked beautiful. Leo gently placed his hand on Milo's shoulder. There was nothing to fear here. It was never a ghost. It was just a clock, a tower doing its job, even in silence. And just like that, their fear melted away. The town was still quiet, but now it felt peaceful, as if the tower had shared its secret and the weight had lifted. Leo and Milo stepped back into the streets, side by side. Their hearts felt lighter, their smiles brighter. And so, they walked away, not with fear, but with wonder in their hearts. It was a calm, breezy morning in the colorful seaside village. Two best friends, Leo and Milo, sharing stories and dreams as they always did. But that day felt a little different. Their hearts were pulling them towards something new, something waiting beyond the hills. With backpacks packed and eyes full of wonder, Leo and Milo decided to explore the forest near the mountains. They weren't sure what they'd find. It felt like the forest was welcoming them in. As they walked deeper, found a tiny, scared creature. They carried the little one and continued deeper into the woods, determined to help it find where it belonged. They realized it was a water-dwelling creature. They hiked higher, toward the base of the mountain. The path got steeper, but their bond kept them strong. Milo gently touched the base of the statue, and suddenly the vines glowed green. Swirling lights circled them. Leo and Milo stepped closer. The portal looked like it opened into a lush, glowing forest beyond this world. A home, maybe? As Leo, Milo, and the little creature stepped into the glowing portal, they entered a magical forest filled with sparkling trees, glowing rivers, and floating lights. It was peaceful, like a hidden world untouched by time. The creature led them joyfully through the forest, and soon they found its home. Before leaving, the elder creature handed them glowing crystals. A gift, a thank you. They didn't expect anything in return, but kindness has a way of coming back. In the end, Leo and Milo didn't help the little creature because they wanted something in return. As they sat beneath the stars, crystals glowing softly in their hands, Leo whispered, "We didn't ask for anything." Milo smiled, but kindness found its way back. They looked at each other and knew this was more than an adventure. It was a gift they'd carry forever. In the end, Leo and Milo didn't help the little creature because they wanted something in return. They helped because it was the right thing to do. And sometimes, when your heart is pure, the universe finds a way to thank you.